Okay, everybody, it's the show we've been waiting for. It is the Friday show of Box Seats where we talk about sports and comedy with some comedians. Let's get ready to get the show started. My man, Def Comedy Jam's famous, infamous comedy comedian known as Talent is the first one up in the building. T, how you doing, sir? How's everything, bro?
Hey, I'm young, gifted, and black. You see what I'm saying?
You
You
got
know what
these
I mean?
T days, bro. Where you get that? I
Young,
like that stuff.
this is my boy up in Rochester. Shout out to DJ Sight from WDKX Radio. You know, this is his thing. Young, gifted, I'm black and gifted joint. Boom. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I mean?
can't hear this. I'm black and gifted, but I'm not young no more. So yeah,
Well, you
that don't.
young. Everything is in perspective and all relative, brother. Say
Yeah,
that
what's going
standing in
on?
front of a 95-year-old.
Yeah, there you go with that one. My man Fig is also in the building. What's up, Fig? How you doing, sir?
Man, you know, I'm glad it's Friday, man, because pulling off all this sexy Monday through Friday is really difficult.
Ain't that good? My man Mike Sean is also in the building. Mike, what's happening?
What's good? We done made it to another Friday, so God bless everybody. Yeah, we
Yep.
here.
Yeah, Friday before the live show of Box Seats at Caroline's. My man Rodney Perry made the show this week too. Look at that.
Rodney Perry
Perry's
got
in the building.
that. Let's go.
Uncle Rodney!
Wow.
Rodney Perry's in the building. Rodney Perry in the building. All right, so let's get ready to get the show started. You know, because I want to jump into this rapid fire, and you know, we got some homework we're gonna talk about too. Looking forward to that. Rodney Perry, since we ain't seen you in so long, you gonna go first today, bro. You gonna go? I'll put you up there first. So how about that?
Wait a
Rodney
minute. Oh, my God.
Perry. All week long, we talked about Deshaun
That's because
Watson.
it was his hat.
And then
The hat.
and then the
Okay,
Deshaun
go ahead.
Watson case came out. And once the Deshaun Watson case came out, we were trying to figure out what our thoughts were. But Rodney Perry, now that Deshaun Watson's situation came down 11 games, and there's some women who came down this morning and decided that they want to try to see if they can figure out and file a case against that.
Nope.
Do you think the NFL's been too lenient with Deshaun Watson, Rodney Perry?
I mean, no. I mean, they are. I mean, he's been under this scrutiny for a couple of years now. So no, they haven't been lenient. That original 6 games might have been a little lenient, but they went back and they rethought it and they hit him with roughly a whole year. And the how about this? When did Deshaun Watson get good? Like, I mean, he was okay in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's like so many quarterbacks better than him, and to me, but the man like to be rubbed on, man, and it's really interesting, man. I'm on the road right now. I might give me a massage today.
I think you should.
Just don't get the one like he got. Fig, what you think
That's
about?
what I'm trying to get.
Fig, do you think the women who are trying to put forward a case against the NFL, do you think that they're gonna have ground to stand on with that?
Man, it's
Take your time.
like
Take your time.
the court. Listen, the court of public opinion, like Father Time, is undefeated, man, because we capitulate to the women's movement and women's organization to the point where we penalize people for just the mere appearance of impropriety.
What was the
That's
other
what
word?
he's getting because
Capitulate.
it's basically their word against his, and the only preponderance of evidence you have is that so many people came out.
Trifecta. He is the trifecta.
Initially, it started with 4 women
Right.
that came out. When there was money involved, then there was a cavalcade of other women who came out and said, "Oh yeah, me too, me
How
too,
many
me
women?
too, yeah, me boss. What about me, boss? What about me, boss? How about me, boss?" And they all just came out.
I'm that
and it's
baby's
like,
pappy.
Two grand juries.
Go ahead.
2 grand juries couldn't find enough evidence to charge this man criminally, but now he's getting all this other stuff. And basically, like I said initially, I'm sorry for going long. It was the court of public opinion that is causing all of this stuff to happen.
Talent, do you think that women are literally have ground to stand on with this case? Because they it seems like there's a couple of women's groups that contacted the NFL this morning that they literally looking to file some charges against him because they don't feel that it's been enough on him. They just not happy with the decision. They wanted a full season and a lot higher fine. They got 11 games and $5 million.
I don't want to hear nothing from these ladies. I don't want to hear nothing from these groups. I care not. Only thing I care about, if somebody's been violated, press charges. Let's get some real criminal charges. Because what they're accusing the man of is actually criminal. It's a criminal violation if he's guilty. So how about let's stop with the assassination of character. Let's stop with the suspension of games. And if he's actually the monster you saying he is, let's go criminal and get a real case going and stop this nitpicking. Because it ain't gonna never be enough to people want to nitpick. But you keep talking about it, so much has happened, yet I'm not going to the police. I want the NFL to be the police. I want the NFL's court system or whoever looking over this coming down with that number of suspensions and fines, them to be the police. I'm tired of it, bro. Like Rodney said, we're talking about almost 2 years of this stuff, and this is where we are. All we hear is at a financial fine and suspensions of games. Where is the criminality in this? Where's the real sticking to my guns? And I'm not gonna be done until I get a criminal charge and you or some indictment or something like that. I'm tired of this, man. I'm not gonna play these back and forth games.
Mike, Sean, I'm gonna throw this to you. If women end up rivaling, if the women groups do what they say they're going to do, they threaten the way they threatening, they can pull out a lot of money out of the NFL. That's the big threat that Roger Goodell is dealing with this morning. You know what I mean? The women groups get together and they put pressure on the advertisers, and that's the major concern this morning. What you think?
If I was trying to tell you the actual truth, I would spend time saying something, but I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm good because nobody wants the reality of what really goes down. So I'm like, I'm gonna pause. I'm like, I have 3 daughters, but in reality, what goes on in life is a whole different thing. So I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all. So move on to me. Move on from me.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna ready, jump into a little bit of the NBA because before we talk about the NFL had some preseason games last night. This is the NFL second preseason weekend. We got a lot to talk about with the NFL, but before that, I want to just make sure we get some of this NBA in here. I'm gonna start my man talent. Ain't no surprise. I'm start with you first, T. Ain't no surprise. But I'm gonna mix it up after you, T. So everybody stay on your P's and Q's. Yesterday, I started asking you guys questions from one-off. So before I get to the homework question, I'm going to ask you this, talent.
Homework question.
Paul George or Jason Tatum?
Paul George. Wow.
Jason Tatum.
At the height of their careers, you taking Jason Tatum so far versus Paul George over Paul George?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Michael Sean.
Why? Talent. Why? I just want to know.
Tatum?
Yeah.
Well, I think, first of all, they're very similar in skills, except Jason Tatum shot up a few inches. He's shown us over his years a lot more durability than Paul George. Paul George doesn't have the same durability to me. Like he's one of those kind of like fickle players that he gets an injury like a drop of a dime, he'd be injured. You know what I mean? And he'd be out for a while. So he missed a lot of games due to injuries. So when you look at the height of their career, I think right now we're looking at the height of Jason Tatum.
All right, so let's not talk about moving forward. Let's not talk about who lost games and everything else. Let's just say games we saw play and games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's do that. Okay. So with that being said, Michael Sean, at the height of their career, Anthony Davis or Joel Embiid?
Oh shit!
Don't swear. Look, listen. You know I'm gonna give you some brain busters here, bro.
They the same person. They're the same person that can't stay healthy. Oh.
Exactly. But who you taking? Because they both got sense.
I'm taking Anthony Davis because he won a chip with LeBron. But yeah, I'm taking Anthony Davis. Oh, okay. That was a good one. Joel Embiid definitely is a better player. He's definitely a better player.
All right, so let me bring my man Fig in the building. Fig, you are one of the NBA experts on the panel. You've watched NBA for a long time, just like everybody else has, I guess. But you know, I'm gonna throw this out to you, man. In the height of their career, and the moves of the moves, Tim Duncan or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Oh, I gotta take Akeem, man.
Why?
And I'll tell you, Akeem is the kind of Akeem's footwork was so amazing that modern day players, big men, go to Akeem to learn how he did his footwork. You know what I mean? And how he managed to play the game at such a high level for such a long time. Side note, Hakeem also.
Hey, Fig, you know Tim Duncan beat Shaq in his prime.
Yeah.
I just want to put that up.
Yeah, but let him finish. Let him finish.
No.
I want him to
Side
finish
note.
before I would say that. Oh, my man, Business Bully joined the show too. So what's up, Dave? How you doing? All right, I'm sorry.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Fig.
Side note, during the playoffs and possibly into the finals, Hakeem Olajuwon also observed Ramadan, which means that for about 50 days, I believe it is, 30 to 50 days, he can't eat nothing all day long until sundown. And he had to play through that, just like Kyrie Irving did this last playoffs. Hakeem Olajuwon played his whole career like that because he's been observing that holiday since he was a kid. So he did all of that. A lot of the stuff he played with no food.
All right, okay. Rodney Perry has joined the show. Rodney Perry, you got a question too, man, for you. In the height of what you've seen so far, Giannis Antetokounmpo or Kawhi Leonard?
Wow.
A no-brainer. Giannis all day, every day. Kawhi got the chip. He went out to Canada, did his thug thizzle. But, I mean, in the words of comedian Fig, the best of ability is availability. I mean, not only do Kawhi be hurt, but he don't give a damn. Like, Kawhi don't even fake like he trying to play. And don't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody be like, hey, what Kawhi? Nobody even asked the question.
Nobody asked.
Kawhi is the quietest thug gangster of all time.
Okay, all right. So that's it. Yes, some of y'all's answers are amazing. I got to say that. And my man Dave, Business Bully, how you doing, Dave?
Man.
Dave, we are doing these either or. You know what I mean? And with your either or, it's going to be the Joker, Nikola Jokic, or Dirk Nowitzki. Who you got?
Wow, the Joker or Dirk?
Yep.
See, now Michael Shaw knows what I'm going through right now because of my years.
Come on.
Because of my years in Dallas. I'm gonna have to give it to the Joker. I just am. I love Dirk. I love Dirk. I do.
Now I got a question for everybody, and I'm getting ready to start up first. First one for going this time is gonna be my man Fig. Fig.
He said Dirk.
Everybody gonna get this question, and I really want to see. I ain't trying to get y'all to argue. I'm really not. You might think I am.
Liar!
You're such a liar.
You're such a
You already
light-skinned
know.
man. I'm not trying to get y'all to argue.
But if you got LeBron James on one hand and you got Kobe Bryant on the other hand, at the height of their careers,
Here we go.
at the best of their best.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's get ready to get this. We get ready to get this popping. Fig, you got the first. You got the first one. Go ahead, Fig. What you?
You can't. We all know the answer to this.
Wow, man.
You want me to come back?
That is so tough, man. And it has nothing to do with championships.
No, nothing to do with championships. Nothing to do. At the height of their career, at the peak of their ability, you saw how they both played at the height of their career. Wipe off all the chips because chips are chips. 5 versus 4. Who you got? You want me to come back to you?
Yeah, you know, I'll go with Wow.
All right.
It's so difficult. I'll go with Kobe.
You go with Kobe. All right.
No, get out of here.
And let me only reason I'm saying is because of LeBron's troubles at the end of the game on the free throw line. That's it. That's my only demerit is LeBron James. I don't know what he's going to do if the game is on the line at the end if he gets fouled.
Okay.
And that's the only reason I picked Kobe. That is the only reason.
My man Talent is also in the building. Like Talent, you know, you've been watching basketball for a long time. You've seen them both play at the height of their career and everything else. You know, you've seen them both in clutch performances and everything. You've seen them both start out games. You've seen them both start out their career, young guys. You got Kobe Bryant on one hand, and you got LeBron James on the other hand. Who you taking?
Taking Bob McAdoo.
Thank you. I'm taking Cedric Maxwell.
I mean, this is a no-brainer. I'll be honest with you.
Don't say
it's a no-brainer. You got to go Kobe because, to be honest with you, behind Jordan, like the argument I think is LeBron because he's playing right now. I mean, the argument is really Kobe versus Mike. So you take Mike out the frame, Kobe's your guy right
there. Kobe's your guy. Okay. Rodney Perry. It'd be interesting to see what you say. Rodney Perry.
What he
got Kobe on one hand. You got LeBron James on the other hand. They both Lakers. But you know, they both
are we as the question who's the better Laker?
No, the question is who would you take at the height of their career? Is it Kobe or LeBron?
At the height of their career, you know, I'm only posturing like this because they know what they was gonna say.
That's amazing.
You got Kobe and Jordan.
Oh,
so if you take Jordan out, it's just Kobe. What?
Here we go.
And then the other gentleman, this guy, he said Kobe because Kobe ordered lunch at noon.
What?
Look, man, I know y'all don't like LeBron James, but the guy is an amazing human being. LeBron James is a philanthropist. Okay, he gives back to the community. You know. He's a great human being. He has children that are good too. And how about this? No disrespect to Kobe's girls, but Kobe didn't have no boys.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Kobe Bryant gave back to his community. You know he went up there to Colorado.
It's not your turn. It's not your turn. It's not your turn.
Let me finish. Go ahead.
LeBron James did what men do. Make boys. Okay. He knocked out 2 boys and a girl.
Oh my God.
Then he would start talking about his other son yet.
Oh my
Mind you, nobody talks about this. LeBron, little Bronny, will slap Michael Jordan's son in the face.
All day, every day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
Stay with me, Callie. Hold on. I'm wrapping this up. About to land this plane.
I have no idea.
Oh, shit.
LeBron James.
Kids fighting.
LeBron James takes time to spend with his children. Okay. Michael Jordan kids ain't seen him in decades.
It's horrible. Stop, Rodney.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
No, stop right there. Stop.
All right, Rodney Perry said
I'm landing, Frank. I'm really in.
You take a lot of time up there, Rodney. Come on, let's land.
Rodney, stop.
I know we ain't talking about taking a lot of time, and I'm going out to Fig.
We about to do Caroline's in 10 minutes.
We on the way to Caroline. We there.
Oh my God.
I'm parking my car. No, all jokes aside.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
it's so hard to go against Kobe Bryant, man. The guy is a knockdown, drag out player. He's ultimate competitor. He could will himself to a win 1-on-1 against LeBron James. So because of that, and the fact that he is a Virgo, And
he's a Virgo. What the fuck are you talking about?
hold on, White Shot.
He said he's a Virgo.
He is a Virgo, and on that alone, I cannot look at Kobe Bryant in the face and not vote Kobe Bryant.
All right. There it is. He got his vote in. Dave, it's your turn.
Oh,
Kobe
wow.
Bryant in the height of his career, or LeBron James at the height of his career. Both coming in. You got to pick.
First of all, it's my fault because I did not run to Walgreens and get Uncle Rodney stroke medication. So y'all got to take these. You got to take these jokes that he's spitting out. Right, it makes absolutely no sense. So the first thing that I want to talk about when we talk about two basketball behemoths, LeBron James is so incredible that there was a time when they were talking about putting his high school games on pay-per-view. Right? To quote my Uncle Rodney, if you want to win, you go to LA. And you play with LeBron James. Now, back here in reality, the truth of the matter is for Uncle Rodney to throw out this man's children is not only disrespectful, it's ludicrous. As a father of all girls, I take very serious umbrage.
If you can't make no boys, you can't make no boys.
Rodney, first of all, you transition 3 of your kids into boys. They all girls. They're all girls and they're all under 5'6".
I got a son.
Your son is 5'6.5" with platform shoes on. But moving back to it, LeBron James is so ashamed of his.
He's tall in those shoes though.
No, he is. He is. LeBron James is so ashamed of his children. He hired new children to play his children in Space Jam.
Here we go.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, it's 123. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
go home. Kobe Bryant is so phenomenal, right? That it's not a contest. Kobe played for one team his entire career. He signed with Charlotte, got traded, and dominated.
That's two teams.
No, signing and playing is two different things. I signed with K104. I was there for 6 months. Then I went across the street and whooped their ass. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's not do this. Kobe Bryant is that guy. Period. And Rodney Perry, stop dressing that young lady up as a man and passing it off because we all know you're a closeted girl dad. Thank you.
Michael Sean.
Yes.
On one hand, you got Kobe. On another hand, you got LeBron. At the height of their career, who are you taking?
LeBron and move on. LeBron.
What?
Actually, LeBron, if you look at their stats, you look at their shooting percentages and everything, look at LeBron. Just go YouTube it. Like LeBron literally has everything more efficient than anything Kobe. God rest his soul. Because we all have to say that. But LeBron is Kobe Bryant could never guard a point guard ever in his life. Just like Michael Jordan. LeBron guarded Derrick Rose on his MVP season and guarded him and shut him down in the fourth quarter. That's all I'm saying.
Let me say something here, please.
Here we go.
Let me get the camera.
When he sticks his finger out, you're
gonna like this. You're gonna like this. First of all, let me preface this by saying.
Oh, you gonna preface something?
Yeah, let me just say because there's a misconception on box seats. You guys think that guys like me and Fig and myself are LeBron haters. That's nothing could be further from the truth.
Preach.
This is where this gets wrong.
Nothing could be further.
Nothing.
Nothing can be further from the truth. Because let me explain where we stand. Because a lot of the venom comes from one angle of an argument. We acknowledge LeBron's a great dude. I actually love LeBron as a person. Love him as a ball player. He's great. Is he argumentatively great up at the top? Absolutely. I don't put down anything. The only thing you heard me hate on LeBron is two things. One is all these made up stats over the years that we'd never heard in our lifetime. They're just coming up with these new stats, right? That drives me crazy. But more importantly, the only argument you get from me against LeBron is when you go to the GOAT argument. Just because I don't agree he's the GOAT don't mean I don't like the brother. I might not agree he's the best, greatest of all time, but I still recognize his accolades and all respect due to him. Right now, with all that being said, just wanted that on record. As far as somebody guarding a guard, here's the difference in LeBron and Kobe. And check the stats. The stats don't lie. Kobe, what made Kobe so great was it's one thing to be great on the offensive end of the ball. It's a whole other thing to pick what we call the assignment of every game. That means you guard the best player on the other team if it's feasible. The only people that Kobe didn't guard was the centers in his time because that was way out of his bracket. But the best player, if it was Kawhi, if it was Chris Paul, whoever it was, Kobe had no problem taking that assignment night after night. However, we've watched LeBron James divert from that opportunity. We've watched LeBron play games with other high-profile players and play off of them. That, to me, is a shimmy away from your greatness. The great gladiators go after the great gladiators, no matter what.
Talent, you are so lost your mind. Michael Jordan got picked off.
First of all, I didn't yell. I didn't even yell.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do you.
Mike thinks he don't have a microphone. He got to yell from Jersey. So
no, sorry. I'm gonna do you.
He came in my judgment.
No. I'm gonna do you, Talent. I'm gonna do you right now. Like right now, I'm gonna tell you that the Phoenix Suns picked and made sure Michael Jordan can be on Kevin Johnson, so Kevin Johnson could average 24 points a game against him. LeBron James is the only man ever, 6'7", 250 or whatever, that guarded Derrick Rose in his MVP season.
And he said that calm.
And I said this calmly.
Right.
And he shut Derrick Rose down in the fourth quarter.
First of all, you named one thing. Second of all, how did Michael Jordan get in this?
Well, then who
I was
else
just talking about Kobe.
So Kobe Bryant didn't want to guard any point guard because he wanted to be Michael Jordan.
No. Kobe didn't guard any point guards because in Kobe's prime.
So why did Rondo do him?
You couldn't fill up a hand with great point guards.
So talent. Why did Rondo do him so dirty? Why did Rondo do him so dirty?
Listen. Let's move on. We could be going back and forth.
But I want everybody to address, why did Rondo, who didn't have a jump shot, do him so dirty?
We could
when they picked and rolled,
right?
And Ray Allen went over there, and Rondo said, "You can't cover me."
We'll get to that. That's not a bad question.
That's a good one point, Mike. That's a good one point, but it's 82 games per season.
Yeah. So T, since I got you up, give me your 4, because I asked all you guys to give me your homework real fast. And since I got you up, give me your 4 worst calls you ever heard in NBA history that changed the outcome of the game, or series that made you upset, sick to your stomach. You couldn't live with, like, this is the worst thing you ever since sliced bread. And you was like, you know what? I just give me your 4 worst calls.
Front and center, hands down in my lifetime. That bullshit on Draymond, so that LeBron front and center, the bullshit on Draymond, so that they can win the chip. Let them come back and win the chip. That call also went into more calls and texts and suspensions, and let them creep back in and win the turn. So that's one.
Hold on. What series was that? NBA was that?
Golden State.
Golden State against Cleveland.
New York fans.
Mike, let him finish. Mike,
I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead, Team. But New York fans should be disrespected right now.
Go ahead. He got 4. He got to go 4.
Number 2. Jordan's call or no call, excuse me, against Utah Jazz that won that final series with them. Everybody know he pushed off.
No, he didn't.
The no call, and he won the game.
Right,
Thank you, Talent.
That's 2.
Thank you.
Number 3, my New York Knicks. The calls that it was like Draymond to the 100th power when they damn near suspended the whole team and ruined our final run for that little chipper fight and got any on the leg. Everybody come off the bench. All of a sudden, we watching basketball 37 years. Nobody's seen the fine print. That if you just thrown off the bench, you go home for a few days.
Okay.
So my whole team went home and we lost, and that changed the trajectory of the whole thing. And last but not least, it was the most bullshit call. I don't know if it affected the end of the game, Frank, but when that ref gave Tim Duncan the tech sitting on the bench.
Joey Crawford.
Yeah, that was a good one. Because he was laughing.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Fig, give me your 4.
I need to get a security system in my house. Don't
nobody want that ugly ass picture in the background.
Talent was in my house.
No, that's right.
Talent was in my house reading my paper.
Give me a 4.
Oh man, I had to switch him up, man. Oh, okay. KD against Houston. A ball was going out of bounds. KD ran, grabbed the ball. I think he was so far out of bounds, he must have been in the second row.
What series was that?
It was when KD was on Golden State Warriors and they were playing James Harden in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
There was a ball out of bounds. KD, he took about 9 steps out of bounds. He was damn near to say he was with the cameraman. That's how far out of bounds. And the refs didn't call nothing. I was like,
okay, that's 2. Come on, 3.
That's 1.
That's okay.
2 is
he said no, that's 1.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, he was talking about that before. Go ahead.
No, Reggie Miller. God dog, man.
Let him finish.
Reggie Miller, when he was playing against the Knicks, he pushed Greg Anthony in the back, knocked him down, caught an inbound pass, ran behind the 3-point line and took a shot, and they ended up coming back and winning that game against the Knicks. I was like, yo, nobody saw that. He literally pushed it with 2 hands, and then he threw his hands up in the air like, I didn't push him. Yes, you did, Reggie. Yes, you
2
did.
hands, yep.
And the other ones that the call against Draymond Green in the finals, man, was absolutely ridiculous.
That was heartbreaking, bro.
The Spurs against Tim Duncan, and the last one, like when PJ Brown threw Charlie Ward out of bounds, and all the Knicks players stood up to look, and they suspended the whole damn team. That was just crazy.
Rodney Perry, you ready for your 4, or do I gotta come back to you?
Number 1 call. I mean, I'm on record with how I feel about these questions. So
Rodney, your camera looks wonderful today, by the way.
It does. It's like 4K.
No, but your fingers are in 3D right now.
Anyway.
Listen, first of all, Rodney Perry is going to be the new Donkey Kong Jr., so he's in training. That's why you see all that hair on his knuckles. All right?
Rodney, go ahead.
Respect that, man. Go ahead, Uncle Rodney. I'm sorry.
Not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all.
Got one more joke, nigga. First call, man. And I mean, Knick fans are, some of the best fans in the world. And
here we go. Here we go.
When the Knick ownership makes the call to get Spike Lee thrown out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Unfreaking acceptable. Spike Lee, the heartbeat of the organization, not a Knick, but the number 1 Knick fan behind talent.
And Fig, yes.
Mostly behind talent.
I'll give him that. He's taller than me.
And you guys keep bringing up this phantom push off with Michael Jordan. I've talked to both players, and
oh my God,
Mike said he was just shook so hard that it looked like I pushed him, but he really was just his momentum was going the other way. I talked to the young man that claimed he was pushed, and I told him first of all, don't be gay.
Wait, what?
Did you say don't be gay?
That's what he said, Mike. That's what he said.
Not to imply that he likes guys, but just
don't be happy. Don't be happy. Don't be happy.
Don't be happy because you lost.
Go ahead.
And those are my 2.
All right, Michael Sean. Since you've been interrupted, everybody, go ahead. Let's see if anybody interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, Frank gonna put me out there on blast right now. Yes, like you don't interrupt everybody when they trying to do something. Okay, I have one. Charles Smith got fouled 17,000 times by Michael Phil Jackson fouled him. Everybody fouled Charles Smith going for a layup. And if we win that game, we win the series. So the Michael Jordan, Byron Russell, I understand that was really David Stern saying, like, don't call a foul. But Charles Smith getting fouled by everybody at the rim is the most disgusting, deliberate thing when you look like and you go like, dog, they hit him 17.
It might.
Good.
Take the first 4 fouls, and that's Mount Rushmore.
That's the Mount Rushmore. That's everything. Every time he went up, he got hacked by everybody from Horace Grant, Scotty, Mike. They all hacked him, and that's why they laughed when they were going off the court. They laughed. They were like, "Oh, y'all not gonna get this." So those are my 4. Other than Charles Oakley doing a bunch of stuff to people, but
Charles Oakley is a good one.
He was on my team most of the time, so I get it.
All right. So if we go back to 2008, Obama was running for president, and the Celtics were playing the Lakers. It's game 2, and no one ever talks about the person on the Celtics. I'm sorry, the people, because I want to be correct. The people on the Celtics who won that game and ultimately led to the Boston Celtics winning that series. That's the Boston Celtics refs, Frank. The refs was the real MVP, if I'm quoting Kevin Durant, sir.
What year was that?
2008, bro. Oh, my God. They were calling everything against the Lakers. The Lakers couldn't do it. The Lakers went like this, traveling. Like, it was just dumb calls out of nowhere. I have never seen a blatant. I have not seen anybody blow a game better.
Pause.
I can't wait for this joke.
He just took all the wind out of it. This is why nobody.
Say it anyway. This is gonna be good anyway.
I have not seen anybody blow a game like that since Superhead was let back in the 1998 Lakers locker room. But anyway and anyhow, my number 2 is when Vince Carter. This is in 2006 when Vince Carter slapped the mess out of Morris Peters, and Morris Peters got ejected. Nobody remembers this.
Oh, I do.
Nobody remembers
that.
I forgot about that.
Do you know how bad you gotta be to slap somebody, and the person who gets, not since Dick Cheney got an apology for shooting a man on a hunt by putting his face full of buckshot, has somebody else took the blame, right?
Those are facts.
Yeah. Yeah, I do watch sports every once in a while. My God,
those buckshots are like monkeypox too.
They really did. It was horrible. It's probably where it started. And I mean, you can't. Why would you go hunting with anybody named Dick? But I digress. Number 3, the day the Philadelphia 76ers decided to call Ben Simmons' agent.
Bad call.
That was a horrible, absolutely horrible call. And finally, and this one none of you were even thinking about in basketball history. It is the day that Shaquille O'Neal made the call and said, "Yeah, Shoney, it's a good idea. I think you should do basketball-wise, but I'm not going to be in it. But I think you should do it." Horrible call. Absolutely stupid call. It has changed the trajectory without Shaquille O'Neal going, "You know what? That's absolutely all right. I think it's a good idea. I won't be in the show, but I support you." But the problem with that is now Shawnee O'Neal has unleashed these Instagram thoughts who think they're going to be on the 17th season of Basketball. It's a horrible call, Frank. It's a travesty to all of sports, and I thank you.
Funny.
Brother, that was hilarious. Like, it really was. It really was.
Caroline's Tuesday night. Tickets still available.
That is funny.
Talent. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there to you, bro. All right, look, there are several teams who made off-season upgrades. Which team do you think is going to go the farthest? You got Portland, Boston, Atlanta, the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Timberwolves.
Tell them, Talent. Tell them the truth, Talent. It's
Portland, the Celtics, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Timberwolves. They all made changes. Which team do you think is going to go the farthest with the changes they made?
Well, I want to say the Knicks, but then I wouldn't be keeping it real because there's so much newness. So I'm gonna go and say Portland because of Dame. Because Dame's there with the changes, I say they're gonna be very significant, go a lot further than last year. They're gonna look better this year.
All right, Fig. Portland, the Celtics, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Sixers, and Minnesota all made changes. Which team do you think is going to go the furthest?
I'm going to go with Minnesota because this is the first time that we've seen twin towers like Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert on the same team. I believe, God, man, since maybe Tim Duncan and David Robinson. And I think they're going to create a lot of problems for guys trying to go to the hole or possibly get rebounds. Plus, they got a nice little core behind them with that. God, what is that kid? Anthony Andrews or something like that. I forget his name. Anthony Edwards. Yo, this kid is an emerging superstar, and they got a nice core and bench too. With those two bigs, those twin towers, I think Minnesota is gonna make some noise.
It's fair to say they got their own little three going on right there, doing something. Mike, Portland, Celtics, Hawks, Knicks, Sixers, Timberwolves. Which team?
Oh, this hurts my heart.
Say it.
Go ahead, spit it out.
Boston will win the NBA championship next year.
Okay, I like that. You know, I like that.
But I know you do, but with Malcolm and them guys and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are about to walk into their prime, and all the criticism that we've given them, they're about to really show us what they can do. And they're going to win a championship and probably face Golden State in the NBA Finals and beat them in 7 games.
Or they might face Minnesota, but we'll see. Rodney Perry.
I didn't say Minnesota. I said Golden State. Yeah, but it wasn't your question to answer. It was.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Rodney Perry. You got Portland. You got the Celtics. You got the Hawks. You got the Knicks. You got the Sixers, and you got the Timberwolves. Which one team is going to go the furthest with the new changes they made?
We got Portland.
Portland. Write them down.
The Hawks.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my
New York.
God.
He didn't take his
NYC. What else?
Boston.
Boston.
Seattle. Put Seattle on there.
What's the last one?
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ontario.
Don't listen to Mike.
All right, well, let's look at it, gentlemen.
Dude always thinks he's the principal of everything.
The short answer is Boston Celtics. They made the biggest run this year. I'm sure they're strapping their right hands down and going left all summer, and that in itself is going to make a big difference. Portland, Dame is out there. I love Dame, but Dame has got to get the hell out of Portland. He's never gonna be good as long as he stay there. Dame should start cutting hair or something. Atlanta Hawks are a farm team for every other team in the league. Guys, get good in Atlanta, go somewhere else and really make money.
God. Oh my God.
What are you checking off? What are you checking off?
What you gonna check off?
New York, the Knickerbockers always make moves, but again, they're just too far away.
Yeah, you're stupid, yo.
They're too far away. And Minneapolis, while I like Karl Anthony Towns,
check them out.
Check them off.
Yeah, check them out. Just check them out.
Why are y'all encouraging this?
I think Karl Anthony Towns, I think he's still distraught, man. You know, they had some big losses in their family, and this guy don't seem like he got it together yet, man. I would like to see them do well, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And so Boston is the front runner, in my opinion, like Mike Shaw said.
I don't agree with none of what you said, but it looked mad legit.
No, the amazing thing is that
the check off make it look mad legit though.
No, real talk. Because when Rodney takes the marker out and checks it off, you go like, no, you right. They ain't got no shape ups or nothing.
Hey, you got your shit. Like
I do. I do.
Frank. You got the Celtics. You got the Hawks. The Knicks.
They don't eat cheese.
Who you got?
So we got. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. So we got Portland.
Portland, the Celtics, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Timberwolves. Which team do you think that made some changes is going to go the furthest in the further.
Whoever's vegan.
Okay, first of all, listen. Whoever's going to be drinking Dave Anderson's fat-free water, that's who's going to win. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not saying this because I don't give y'all. All of y'all can go to hell because y'all let Frank ride all this time. Anytime y'all say anything about Boston, his little ass perk up. He be like, "Oh yeah, I like that. That's good right there." We're gonna go back. Whoever says something about Boston automatically gets the next one, unless it's talent. Because otherwise, talent, I'm going to start with you. So, the Philadelphia 70.
Just answer the question. Stop telling the truth, Dave. Just answer the question.
You're right. I'm sorry. Only show where they're going to pundit.
How do you hop on a chair and then mention talent and not say pause? Like, how did you?
Tell the truth,
You know
Dave.
what?
Tell the truth,
Anyway,
Dave.
so I'm going to go ahead and say this, right? The Boston Celtics have made some amazing off-season moves. I'm not going to take it from them. But to that, I submit to you one particular Percival James Tucker. That's right,
Okay.
PJ Tucker, ladies and gentlemen. PJ Tucker is coming off one of the best seasons he's ever had, right? He is 37 years old, but like, stop playing. Let's not act like we didn't need that piece after we gave half of our team away so that we can get rid of that light-skinned, high yellow cancer that's worse than Frank Holder Fig and Michael Storn on the coke bench, knowing Ben Simmons. So now we're rebuilding, and I guarantee you that the Sixers are going to surprise you, and it's going to come down to the pieces we already have in place and Percival James Tucker.
High yellow. Is high yellow racist?
Not really. I'm black. It's racist if you're white. Why is the Puerto Rican man talking about black people right now? See, I'm gonna need Black Lives Matter. I do not get involved in your arroz con pollo. I do not show up at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I don't dance suavemente, and I don't pinch Rosie Perez's button. I've had the opportunity.
I kind of feel like you slurred me a little bit.
Now, let me ask you this. I'm moving on to the NFL. I want to get some NFL questions in there real fast.
Frank want to keep the show going.
Frank wants
Frank don't know it's out of control right now.
Yeah, it is. But there's been a lot of fighting in the NFL that's been going on, everything else. But people right now are saying that the NFL players are fighting more in preseason and in practice and not fighting in games because of the
But Frank, how you asking talent? He's eating licorice. He's not going to talk about fighting.
Let me mute Mike Sean real fast. So talent, can you answer the question? Do you think the NFL should put down the same amount of rules that they do in practice and that they do during the NFL season, or should it be equated, or what? What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I think so, because here's the thing. Fights, we just finished talking yesterday about things escalate and get out of control. Right. Starts one way and then it just goes haywire, it goes left. Now everybody's like wondering what to do when it's too late. What you don't want to do is in preseason, get these fights going, they go too far, they go left, and now you got key players injured for real, from the melee in preseason that can't give you any input in the real season. Season start, you got a guy out on IR for 3 games from a fight playing around in practice. But if the rules are stopping them from fighting during the regular season, absolutely apply it to preseason.
All right, Rodney Perry. Tom Brady's been out for 7 days. People expected it to be 7 days, everything else, but now he told the team he's going to be out longer than what expected. They ain't got no offensive line. They got key injuries. They got an injury to their wide receiver, and Tom Brady's gone for 2 weeks. About to be about 2 weeks. You think that's going to hurt Tampa Bay coming into the upcoming season? And their first couple of games is with their first 4 games is with all playoff teams from last year.
Here goes, man. Tom Brady always finds a way to make it work. He probably needs those games off because he had to be a door greeter over at Walmart. And
that is so.
And the 2 games won't be enough to really affect the season. I think he'll be fine.
Okay. Fig. Where you got? Fig, let me pull you over here. The Pittsburgh Steelers rookie QB Kenny Pickett is getting ready to get a lot of action this weekend. People are saying he's the real deal. He should supplant Mitch Trubisky and everything else. You're a new Steelers fan and everything else. Do you think that's the right move for them to do in this upcoming season?
The kid has been doing extremely well during this preseason. They say he looks like he's pro QB material. Mitch Trubisky has been a journeyman in the NFL. He's never really done anything extremely significant to be able to stay on a team maybe they have him start out a couple of games, maybe 2 to 3 games, and then have this kid Kenny Pickett take over, almost someone like Tom Brady did a lot of years ago when he was on the Patriots. You know what I mean? He didn't play the first 2 to 3 games of the season. Then I think you know better than I do. The quarterback, I forget who was in front of him. I think he got injured.
Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe, right? He was the QB. I think he got injured, and Tom Brady took over for him, and the rest is history. I think this kid Pickett will be able to do very well. You know, during the season if he gets any real reps with the first squad.
Michael Sean, Baker Mayfield looked like after tonight's game against the Patriots that people are saying if he plays well, he's going to be the starter if he plays tonight well. But Matt Rule got to make that decision and everything else. Do you think there should be more of a competition between Baker Mayfield and I forgot the other QB's name.
Sam Darnold.
Sam
Darnold. I mean, he's probably going to be the starting quarterback, but it's like being a headliner at an open mic. Okay, so great. So knock yourself out. Sam Darnold was
slurring me.
You said what?
Yeah, man, disrespectful, man.
I headline open mics all the time.
No, I'm just saying.
No, you try it. It's cool. I'm gonna see you Tuesday. It's all right. Go ahead.
No. Comedians, older comedians have told me there's certain comedy shows you do where you're the headliner or you're just last. So Baker Mayfield is just last. He's last. He's better than Sam Darnold. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm just saying, he's gonna wind up being a guy who won playoff games. Sam Darnold has never won a playoff game, and Baker Mayfield will be the starting quarterback.
You literally just disrespected everybody.
I did. You're right. Myself too.
Aaron Rodgers earlier this week cussed out all the wide receivers who dropped too many passes. The wide receivers, all young wide receivers, ended up having their own team meeting. Some people in Green Bay are saying what Aaron Rodgers did to the wide receivers was extremely disrespectful by the way he cussed them out and talked to them and everything else. Do you think he had to talk to them like that and put them out there like that? Or because he literally came out and said to them almost, I don't have the exact quote, but he basically said, if you're going to be in this game, it's going to be because of me. You know what I mean? He basically said, "You gonna play or you're not gonna play." So,
first of all, Frank, I hate to do this, but in my Michael Sean vernacular, he took all the money. What does anybody expect? If the wide receivers are dropping the ball, it's because he's taking all the money. Like, are we serious right now? He's taking all the money. Like, this man put himself in a cage of his own making. Because he just had to have a big check because now he's the big guy. And then, we know Tom Brady isn't really doing his thing.
I didn't say it like that. I said he took all the money. That's how I said. He took all the money. I said
that's the thing.
Yeah. So don't ever high pitch me like that ever again in your life.
I'm gonna see you Tuesday, tough guy. In the meantime, this fool Aaron Rodgers took all the money. He could have gave something to them wideouts. The wideouts are jumping the ball.
Your voice is more high pitched than mine right now for the last 3 seconds. Your voice has been.
Don't worry, Dave. I'm about to mute him in a second.
I'm not worried about Michael Sean. First of all, the thing of it is, Michael Sean don't even meet the height requirement to stand on stage at Caroline's. That's why we're having to sit down.
Still very high pitched right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I got your voice. It's okay. My balls dropped. But like Rodney Perry said, you ain't got no sons either, so you a girl dad right with me. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers, getting back to the point so we can wrap this damn show up and plug Caroline's.
He mentioned balls for no reason.
You just mentioned mentioning balls, so why you studying my mention of balls? Mute his black ass, who ain't even black.
I muted Dave.
This is exactly what Joe Biden was talking about. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers could have took some of that State Farm discount double check money and just rolled off, and we would have had some better. Wide receivers in Green Bay. He's a whiny little punk ass who put himself in that position because he really wanted to be the guy, but he couldn't in Tom Brady's shadow. And finally, the fact that he shows up looking like Nicolas Cage's stunt double in Con Air is problematic enough. He need to sit his ass down before he talks to anybody about anything. Because truth be told, he is the pride of the trailer park, and he looks like he stinks.
Dave,
when Business Bully gets excited, he sounds like me.
Dave, because we get ready to roll up out of here for the weekend. Everybody can follow you.
You can follow me at Mike Shaw needs to go ahead and get his ass whipped on Tuesday. No, you can follow me at The Business Bully. We are coming to Caroline's August 23rd. That is Tuesday night. Do not bring your children. If you are gay, Uncle Rodney wants you there. If you have chicken wings, I want you there. If you love light-skinned men and sell home security, Fig wants you there. And if you have all the Heinekens, Talent wants you there. And licorice. If you have red licorice, he wants that shit.
I was trying to get Rodney Perry's attention to wake up. I was just going like a bat.
The man doesn't have his medicine, Frank. So get your tickets right now. Carolines.com. It's going to be an amazing show, comedy show afterwards. Carolines, Broadway. Let's flip and go.
Hey, what he said.
Big, talk to me.
Yo, Dave got the last word.
Can't follow that.
Hey, listen, Caroline's the 23rd. Talented Comedians, the Instagram. And check out my dude if you're in the Buffalo area this weekend. Rodney Perry live at Helium. It's a premier comedy club in Buffalo. Rodney, I blasted my people up there. Go by the restaurant, bro. We're going to feed you all weekend, man. You fan?
I'm coming.
Let's go.
Pause.
No, I'm coming.
Why are you such a pause hog? What is with you?
Oh no, we're not gonna act like we not all pausing out. We all pause out. Like stop.
Rodney Perry, you in Buffalo this weekend? We gonna come see you. We gonna.
No, we not. We're not gonna come see him. We're not gonna come. We're not gonna be in Buffalo.
I'm definitely in Buffalo, but more excited about coming to New York City and seeing my real Knicks fans in person. You know, I mean, it's always a pleasure to see talent. Big, not so much, but the Knicks fans nonetheless. I will be wearing my orange and my blue because I want to be respectful.
There you go.
My Celtic green on. That's how I'm gonna do it. Mike, tell everybody what's happening.
Like I said, I went to court and my everything was dismissed, so I'm good. So. I wish I was lying. I wish I was making this up.
It looked like you celebrated with a drink.
Girl, you know what? He can't start his car if he drank, Rodney.
You celebrated.
He go like this.
Yo, Rodney ain't nothing.
This is the only thing I'm legal for right here. This is the only thing I'm legal for right here.
Wow.
So we'll see y'all Carolines. August 23rd, it goes down. And shout out to everybody. That's it.
Y'all, if y'all heard him, y'all know we coming to New York City. It's Tuesday. Looking forward to seeing Rodney Perry in person. Dave is even going to be there. Fig is going to be there. Talent going to be there. Mike's going to be there. And also, we are going to have a comedy show after Box Seats. Y'all ain't going to want to miss this, man. Tell your friends, tell a friend. In the meantime, we are going to do a repeat broadcast of this show today. And Monday, we're going to do it live. But Tuesday, we're going to be traveling to New York City. So we look forward to seeing all y'all. All y'all have a great weekend.
But Frank, yes. Frank, is the comedy show after Box Seats? Is that an open mic? If so, I want a headline.
I think Talent just answered that for you with that.
What time is the show?
I'm gonna see you Tuesday.
I didn't think.
I gotta do